Devastating floods have swept across the central and lower Yangtze River Basin, causing havoc in several provinces across China. The region has been hit by continuous downpours for 8 days, with catastrophic consequences for local residents and infrastructure. Anhui, Zhejiang, Jiangxi, Hubei, and Hunan provinces received between 250 and 500 millimeters of rainfall. Some areas such as Changsha in Hunan and Huangshan in Anhui took the brunt of the elements, receiving 500 to 740 millimeters of rain. This unprecedented amount of rainfall forced many reservoirs to open their floodgates to release floodwaters. Among them is the Shixi Reservoir in Hunan Province, which resorted to such a measure for the first time this year. The city of Changsha, capital of Hunan Province, was particularly hard hit. On June 24, the city was hit by a massive downpour that dumped 65.1 millimeters of rain in an hour, a record for June. The consequences were catastrophic. Streets turned into raging torrents. Underground shopping centers and garages were flooded. The train station area and surrounding neighborhoods, including a major construction supermarket, were underwater. This led to the suspension of subway lines 2 and 3. City services mobilized all forces to fight the elements. Employees set up barriers and sandbags in an attempt to contain the water pressure. Traffic police, despite the heavy rain, continued to regulate traffic. Many roads became impassable and pedestrians were forced to wade through knee-deep water. Stores on both sides of flooded streets were left without electricity, and some entrepreneurs tried to protect their businesses from flooding on their own. In Huangqing City, the situation was even more critical. The flooding caused houses to be submerged, leaving many residents trapped. Local authorities organized rescue operations, during which more than 110 people were evacuated to safe places. Pumping stations and heavy machinery were deployed to combat the water disaster. Due to adverse weather conditions, many parks and attractions were closed to visitors, and traffic restrictions were imposed on several highways. The Changsha Meteorological Observatory raised its heavy rain warning level to red, and the city's emergency response level was raised to level 3. The situation was no less difficult in Zhejiang Province, where continuous downpours led to clogged drainage ditches and widespread flooding. Local guest houses were particularly affected, causing serious problems for residents and tourists alike. In Anji County of Huzhou City, the elements caused serious damage to a popular water park. Powerful torrents of water washed away numerous infrastructure facilities, resulting in significant financial losses and may have long-term consequences for the region's tourism industry. Roads near the famous Lingyan Temple have turned into raging torrents, making travel extremely dangerous. Authorities have issued heavy rain warnings, urging residents and visitors to exercise caution and refrain from traveling if possible. The famous West Lake in Hangzhou, which usually attracts many tourists with its serene beauty, was also affected by the elements. The lake's water surface became turbulent, which disrupted the usual atmosphere and scared away visitors, dealing a blow to the local tourism business. Zhenanjiang Reservoir began releasing water due to the rising level, initially using a single outlet. By June 24, the Zhejiang Provincial Flood Control Headquarters had increased the number of outlets to 7. In addition, 322 reservoirs in Hubei Province, including 1 large, 2 medium-sized, and 319 small reservoirs, exceeded their flood limits. These unprecedented floods have not only caused serious damage to the infrastructure and economy of the affected regions, but also jeopardized the lives of thousands of people. They also raise important questions about disaster preparedness and the need to improve China's early warning and flood protection systems. The situation continues to be tense, and authorities are working hard to minimize the impact of the disaster and provide assistance to those affected. However, this flooding will undoubtedly be a severe test for the region and will require a long recovery effort. Thank you for watching this video about the devastating floods in China. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for further updates on world events. Take care of yourself and your loved ones and let natural disasters pass you by.